Welcome back to Let's Play Spongebob Movie for the PC. Freedom!
Perfect! Now I can reach SpongeBob and Patrick in no time!
You never interacted with Patrick. Why does everyone know who Patrick is, and why does they just assume that he's gonna be involved in everything?
Mindy has found our heroes just as they are about to enter the dreaded Great Trench, where dark and evil things lurk. They have lost their precious Pattymobile once again. Mindy senses their low morale and boosts their confidence by bestowing false mustaches made of seaweed upon them. With renewed vigor, they plunge headlong into the Great Trench, confident they can handle anything it throws their way.
How did she know where they were? Wait a minute, all the skulls aren't from the trench. The skulls are from the segment before with the big fake ice cream thing. I imagine we're not going to get to see.
We have to cross this plain to get to the other side of the trench. It looks pretty spooky, but I know we can do it.
We just passed a hotel. Can't we stay there for a while?
No, Patrick.
Yeah, we can cover our hit points.
We have to get to Shell City. We don't have much time left.
This is a point and click, not an RPG. Okay, we actually can just go back. Awesome. You know what? I'm going to take Patrick's advice.
That thing is scary.
What? That's the scary thought?
Look at those rocks just sitting there. They think they're so cool.
By the way, just good save discipline. Cool. I love how I can actually just turn around and go to the hotel.
Hello again, Patrick.
Hey, you SpongeBob!
What about a heated pool? That'd be nice, huh?
Huh? Oh yeah, anything you say, SpongeBob.
Oh, forget it.
I don't know if there's supposed to be a joke there or not, but I figured that at least changed that line.
Hotel Deep 6. Not exactly 5-star from the look of it.
I know, they have some pretty unique ambience.
Look at those rocks just sitting there. They think they're so cool.
I wonder where they get their clientele from up here. This is very, very different from the trench that I know from the film and the other game, though. Or other games, plural. Hey, yeah, this place looks pretty upscale to me, actually. Huh. Don't really know what drives a person to pass by through here.
Those look comfortable, but this is no time to sit down.
They love that 3D model of that flower. Like, it's everywhere. Hi.
Hello there. Nice place you got here.
It is indeed. Oh, indeed it is.
Isn't this sort of an odd place for such a swank hotel?
What can I tell you? Speculative real estate is a risky business. And I got this place for a song. The land was an old oyster bed. Nobody would touch it.
Wait, you actually own the place? Are you the only guy who's staffing here?
I demand room service. 2 Krabby Patties to my room immediately.
You don't have a room.
Well then, I demand mouth service. 2 Krabby Patties to my mouth immediately.
How about lip service? I think I could accommodate your gracious and noble personage there, sir.
Are you insulting me? Because if you are, you do it better than anyone I've ever met.
If that is true, then my life was not in vain.
Well, nice talking to you.
Your suavity, your elegant way with words, I shan't soon forget you.
AWE, the ability of AWE to write and to have people act those lines are so incongruous. I love their writing. And actually this guy's a fine voice actor, but so much of the voice acting in this game is so... my god. In spite of some of the writing being wondrous. Anyways, I don't think there's something else to do here.
Those look comfortable, but this is no time to sit down.
No, no. Stop it. Stop it, Bobby. Yeah.
Hello again,
No,
Patrick.
Patrick, you're in the way.
SpongeBob.
Oh, forget it.
Can I just go into the room? I don't have a key. Yeah? Oh, hi, I recognize you. For some reason. Oh, you're the one from... yeah, at least you later appeared in... What's it called? In Squarepants. Why is your door unlocked?
Wow, your room is so much bigger than mine. Well, bigger than I imagined mine would be, if I had one.
I'm guessing you usually knock before coming into a person's room?
Nah, don't see much point.
I'm guessing you usually lock your door? Kinda surprised the door doesn't lock on its own in a place like this. Oh man, look at that. It's actually a really nice one. It's kind of weird. You see SpongeBob style art, and then you see very not SpongeBob style art. But like, for instance, you see that little style of having an outline of an object, an unimportant object in the background, and then just putting a single stroke of color across the whole thing to fill it in. That's a thing that you see a lot in SpongeBob.
Nice room, huh?
I'm of the opinion that it has a vaguely larcenous motif.
You can
Really?
say that again, and I still won't understand it.
Or that? What gives you that impression?
Are you all right, ma'am? You seem upset.
No, I'm not all right as a
Oh,
matter
that'd be
of
why.
fact. Somebody stole my pearls last night from right out of this very room. And whomever it was left this strange orb in its place. I'm in a state of shock.
Pearls, huh? Patrick, what do you think?
I think it's a job for Detective SpongeBob and Inspector Star.
Me too. Never fear, madam. We have never lost a case, or even taken on a case. In either case, we have a perfect record. To be brief, case.
Oh dear.
We will investigate this matter fully. Search every nook and cranny for clues, just in case. Be all over this place like a cheap suit. Case.
I don't know what to say.
Or do I?
Inspector Star, we must keep our eyes peeled. Give everything a long, hard look. If people think we're rude, so be it.
Never saw this before.
If will solve this crime, then we shall stare. Case.
Staircase.
Yes, thank you for getting the joke, Patrick. So, it sounded like her pearls got replaced by a pearl.
May we ask you some questions about the incident?
I suppose so.
I thought earlier when she said this place had a larcenous feel to it that she was saying it felt like a pirate ship or something, though.
When was the last time you saw your pearls?
Last night. I'm not sure what time, but they were on the table next to the lantern. I don't know how someone could have gotten in here without me hearing them.
It's not locked right now.
Was your door locked last night?
Yes, I lock it when I go to sleep. I leave it unlocked otherwise, assuming people will be courteous enough to knock before barging in. Apparently, I was wrong on that count.
Thanks. Well, nice talking to you.
Yes, a pleasant mindless break for me as well.
Holes.
Those are strange holes. They look like wood rot.
No, they don't.
But it's too dark to see down them. If only I had more light.
Those look like those don't look like wood rot at all. If only you had light, like that light there. SpongeBob, come on. Alright, whatever. As awesome as it is, I kind of like it when they just invent new things out of whole cloth in adaptations like this game. Like back in Squarepants for the DS, when there's just suddenly an entire new location, the Moo continent, that they got to invent entirely within the boundaries of that game. I liked it quite a bit. Also, there are very few rooms here. Jeez, they're really far apart. I've seen you somewhere. Were you in this Squarepants? Probably seen you somewhere in this game already. Same room. It's not a lot to see in these rooms.
Those are strange holes. They look like wood rot, but it's too dark to see down them. If only I had more light. Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing in my room?
Hi. I'm with room room service, and we're checking with all the tenants to see if they'd like a complimentary mint with their next meal.
You don't look like you're with room service. Although I bet you can clean a mean dish.
He can.
That, sir, is out of line, but true.
I don't know what SpongeBob's deal is with just lying to people in this game. Like, he just sees someone and for no reason just makes something up. I don't know. I don't get it. It's not really, I don't think it's a thing he usually does. But, whatever.
I'm looking into the disappearance of some pearls.
Oh yeah? Nice. So what's it got to do with me?
Well, I was hoping I could ask you some questions about it.
Fine. Only don't take too long. I'm a busy guy. Lots of irons in the fire, you know?
Where were you last night?
I stayed in. It was kind of stormy last night. Kicked up all sorts of fog over the plains. I didn't want to get caught out there.
You didn't leave your room at all?
I didn't say that. I said I stayed in. I went to the lobby and read a magazine for a while. May have wandered around the halls a bit, but I didn't leave the hotel.
Did you see anything or anyone suspicious while you were walking around?
Not particularly. The manager was asleep at his desk. Aside from him, I didn't run into anybody.
I gotta wonder, what are these people doing here? Like, what brought them to the trench?
The manager was asleep at his desk?
Yeah, snoring quite loudly, in fact. Made it difficult to read. I almost woke him up, but on second thought, realized he's even more annoying when he's awake.
Anything else you can think of that might help? Nothing unusual happened last night at all?
Well, now that you mention it, I heard quite a bit of noise before I went to sleep, coming from beneath the floorboards. Sounded like something dragging.
Dragging sounds?
That's what I said.
Feels like we got some kind of infestation that's making all these holes over here. The dragging sound, for some reason, the first thing that immediately sprang to mind was the idea that Mr. Krabs was coming and stealing stuff and just dragging it around back to his own residence. But of course, Mr. Krabs probably isn't in the best of states to pull that off right now.
Do you know what all these holes in the floor are?
I don't know what caused them, but the other day I saw an oyster pop out of one of them. It must have seen me, because it ducked back inside immediately.
I see. Thanks. Well, nice talking to you.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Alright then. The next thing we need might not be here in the hotel either. This probably isn't entirely self-contained. I'm tempted to ask this guy if I can have a light.
Hi. it's
And also
me
if he could
again.
give me something like a
Oh, the
lantern or
sheer
candle.
luck with which I've been graced. Someone fan me, I may faint.
Do you know one of your tenants had some pearls stolen from her?
Yes, Victoria Ellen in room 1. How could I not know she has made quite a stink about it?
May I ask you some questions about the crime?
If you must,
Where were you on the night of yesterday?
I was here, at this desk. The same place I am every night and every day. I don't sleep well.
I see. And did you see anyone suspicious come through the lobby?
Let me think. Red came through in the early evening. He stayed in room 2. Strange person. But he pays his bills on time, which is more than I can say for Victoria.
Nobody else?
Well, all right, I confess. I cannot withstand your incisive and brutal questioning. I did it. I took her pearls. Just please no more of these vicious questions.
Really? You did it?
No,
I figured.
I was kidding. What are you, some kind of knucklehead McSpasmatron?
You guys love that
Barnacles.
phrase. One little thing I appreciate. When I clicked on the line where we were the night of yesterday, I didn't think anything of it, but then the VA manages to pronounce it in such a way that that it's apparent that he was planning on saying the night of whatever date, and then he didn't want to say the date, so he just said yesterday. That's the sort of difference that having the good delivery can make. It's not all the writing, although that's a big part of it. But a good VA, like many of the Spongebob ones, can turn just about anything, even in a fairly unimpressive script, into something a bit more pleasant to listen to.
Do you know
Also, see you next time in the next episode
Well,
after this
I
line
know
finishes.
she's been staying here for a month and hasn't paid her bills. What is wrong with her? She obviously has money, but I'm not seeing any of it.
Then evict her? Anyway, see you next time.